Hey dudes, I hope you guys are doing quite well. I thought this evening we'd sit and just have a little bit of a look around and see how we can create Lightroom presets, use Lightroom presets and properly apply those to all your new photos and what they're used for and stuff like that. I've got headset on because I'm listening to some music while I edit because it works very nice, which is good. So let's jump over to my screen and we shall have a look at first how to create preset. Or maybe we'll talk a little bit about presets before we create them. So let's open up a photo of Max. We'll be working on this photo, so we're going to go to develop. Now, the entire idea of a preset isn't to get a one-click solution to edit all of your photos, because that never really works that well, unfortunately. So you actually need to remember that presets are not shortcuts to getting everything that you want. You will always need to make some adjustments after you edit or add your presets onto your device, or photos, stuff like that. So as an example, this photo of Max, I've got a couple of presets I'm busy working on, 4 different ones I'm busy working on, just so I can have a little bit more fun. Now, as an example, let's say I want a very natural muted look to start my editing with. Then I've created or started creating and testing with a preset called Natural Start. Now, let's go before. Cool. So left hand side is before, right hand side is after. Now all this preset does is it just mutes things a little bit. It just gives me a little bit more of a natural starting point when I want to do editing. Because you need to remember that even if you do apply a preset, you still need to edit, make fine tuning and stuff like that. So most times presets are very, very handy for, let's say you want a very nice and consistent starting point of all of your edits. So as an example, let's go back to full screen. This natural preset we've now applied to that screen or to this photo. We can go back to our library, go into the view thingy, select our first photo, select the last photo and click sync settings and then click synchronize. Now what this will do is all those settings from that same preset, that very flat look, will now apply to all of our photos in our range, which means all of our photos will now have that nice natural muted look to them, which makes it nice and easy to start and edit with, which means I can then edit the first photo, synchronize settings across to all the other photos and it should be good to go. So let's jump back into that first photo. Come on, open up, no, open up, develop. Hi, we're gonna reset this, reset. There you go, cool. So that's what I like to use presets for. I like to apply them to bulk photos in order to give me a bulk starting point, which then helps me to edit wedding photos and stuff like that as well. Because remember, it's all about saving you time and speeding up things. So presets can definitely do that for you, but you need to be very mindful when you use them. As an example, all of my photos, they've got a locked white balance and white tint to them, because it just makes applying presets in the future much easier because I've got a nice consistent thingy to work with. As an example, all of these photos, white balance more or less in the same range. So it works very nice, especially for the scene that I'm shooting in. So I also have a black and white one, which I'm busy testing with. My natural start, a weird colored one, which I'm busy editing, and just a random one that I'm busy working on. So now we need to actually create our preset and save our preset and have the preset ready to apply to our photos. So now we shall go into the editing or saving and creating your own preset part of it. So first things first, we want to fix our white balance if it's not correct, just so we can have a look and see what things look like. So we're going to warm this photo up a little bit, especially for this specific scene, and just drop the tint a little bit, ever so slightly, a little bit up. There you go, just like that. Contrast, we might want to add some in. Not much though. Highlights we want to just drop a little bit so we can get some more details out of the whites on the shirt. Shadows we're going to pull up a little bit so we can get a little bit more detail in there. That's a bit too much. Like that should be fine. Blacks again, also just up, down, that should be fine. Texture and clarity, we're going to add on a little bit to those as well. Vibrance, yeah, these ones I'm not going to touch. Well, maybe we just add a little bit of both. There we go. And now we can go into our HSL. I like to do it HSL first, saturation. The reds, I want to make them pop a little bit, so we're going to make it a little bit more red. Orange, we want to desaturate that a little bit. There we go, just so it fits in a little bit more nice and pleasing into this photo specifically. We do have some nice blues, so we can always desaturate them to make the pants go, but we might just add a little bit of blue instead. There we go, nice. So all we're doing now is we're just creating a edit, which we will then create a preset from, and that preset we will apply to other photos to basically just get a nice look out of them, make everything nice and easy. Okay, cool, so that's looking quite good. I like the luminance blue, which is going to bring that down a bit. There we go, and the aqua down as well. Red we can push up a little bit, orange we can push up a little bit, and yellow and green we're going to drop. Luminance as well as saturation, green a little bit, green saturation. There we go, that looks good, very nice, very nice. Now another thing you can also do with presets is you can save your gradient filter part of your preset. So we're going to actually create a gradient filter, a lunar gradient, just as a test. Bloop. And we're just going to leave it like such. There we go. And on that one, we're just going to change the contrast, but we might need to flip that around. So let's yoink it up. Come on, no, come on, mouse. Here we go. Flip it around. Bloop. So we can just add a little bit of something to the bottom. There we go. Yes, that's affecting the bottom. So I just wanted to lighten up that side of the frame a little bit more, since the light was coming from that side also. Very good. Now we're going to also add on another mask, and this mask, come on, no, mask, add mask. We're going to add this one onto a color range mask. Now why do I want to do color range? Because I want to drag that across the skin tones and just see what's that affecting, and just drop the feather on that a little bit more and a little bit more. So we're just affecting mostly the skin tones. There we go. It is affecting the wall behind him a bit, but that's fine. Cool, so that's affecting the skin tones only. So if we grab this, skin tones and a little bit of a wall, that's fine, we can deal with that. So what I want to do with that is I just want to lighten the skin a little bit. Let's just turn off the mask so we don't see the red all the time. I'm just going to bring up the highlight or exposure a little bit, and then texture increase, because it is a male subject, so we do like having a little bit more texture on his skin tones. There we go, and desaturate them just ever so slightly so they can look a little bit more natural. There you go, cool. So now we've got we've got a gradient filter from the bottom to add some light to the bottom left of it, and we've got a very selective one for the skin tones. Click done. Cool, so let's go before and after. Cool, left hand's before, right hand's after. It looks good. So now let's save these edits as a preset. So the way you do that in Lightroom is you go to the left where it says presets. There's a little add preset button. You click and you say create preset. And now we can select all the things we want to add onto the preset. So as an example, we made some adjustments to the white balance. Yes. We've got masking. Yes. We've got two different masks, which is the one is the gradient filter and the other one is the skin tones. Perfect. We want to give this a name. Blah, 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 blah. Max testing. Because the model's name is Max. And we're going to say create. Cool. Now what that will do is that in Lightroom will now create and save that preset for us. As soon as it's done. You're done. Lightroom does take its time to save some presets. There you go, cool, it's finished. We can see now on the left hand side we've got a preset called Max Testing. So let's reset this photo. Now if you select the Max Testing one, there you go, there's our edit again. Nice, easy and fast. So now we want to go to a different photo, apply the same preset to that photo and see what it does. So at the bottom we've got this photo. It still has the other setting on, so we're going to reset it. There we go. And that same preset we just created for Max, we're going to use on this one. So we're going to go Max Testing. Click on it. That's going to load it up for us. It doesn't look that bad, but we do need to change something on it. You go into this, select our masking for the skin tone, and just drop the texture a little bit and drop the clarity a little bit on this one. There we go, because this is a very close-up shot, so we just want to change things around a little bit more. There you go, add some shadow back to it. There you go, that looks fine. And you can also go to the gradient one, which is adding on some light for us from that side, which looks fine, but on this photo we might just want to take it darker a little bit, just so we can even out the total exposure over the entire frame. There you go, nice. Edit looks good. Let's go before and after, and that has taken us a few seconds to edit. Very nice. Now let's go to the next one. Hi Max, same thing with this one. We're going to select our preset, max testing. Let's select load up. That looks fine. Actually, that looks quite fine, yes. We just need to adjust the gradient again. So let's select our gradient. Hi gradient, how are you doing? Cool. So gradient, we want to change the gradient. So it's actually coming from the bottom up, like this. I think should be fine. And we just want to add some exposure to it, just like that. That looks fine. Looks good. We could actually use this for the hair. So if we'd go, turn this around, and instead of exposure, nope, go away. We just want to lift the highlights a little bit. There you go, perfect. Nice, cool. Done. Before and after. Come on, load up. There you go. That's using our preset. Nice, easy, fast. Saves so much time. So nice. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next photo and just do the same thing here as well. Now what you'll notice is this one has that natural edit on, so we need to actually reset this photo. There we go, cool. Now what you'll notice with all of these photos is that even though it is a preset, I'm still adjusting the preset after I apply the preset. Now this is very important because yes, all of the photos more or less look the same. The preset does affect them all the same way, but you still need to make minor tweaks and adjustments to your photos. It's always good just to go through them, make sure you get the correct stuff in the correct places. So on this one also, let's go to max testing, apply it. Yeah, it's a little bit overexposed. Now that might be simply due to the fact that we do have our gradient. So let's go gradient, high gradient, flip this around, so light's coming from the other side, and just move it up to the way. There we go. That's good. I like close. Nice, cool. We do need to just adjust the overall shadows a little bit down. There we go, and the black's a little bit as well, and the white's a little bit more, and the highlights a little bit more. There you go, that looks fine. Cool. Let's see, anything else we need to adjust? We might need to just readjust our skin layer because it's not affecting the correct parts of the skin. So we can just select the range thingy, drag it over the new skin tones, and it's now affecting the correct skin tones. See, it's easy and fast. Doesn't need to be rocket science. Cool, but now let's just check what it's affecting. It's affecting the right stuff. Nice. And this time we just want to bring down the shadows, just get the correct balance on them. Whites want to bring down a little bit, highlights want to bring down a little bit as well. There you go, saturation is fine, clarity and texture we want to actually remove a little bit. There you go, see, easy as pie. It's nice, easy to make adjustments, it is not rocket science. Very nice, get done. There you go, we can go before and after. See, it takes a few seconds. So presets are very handy if you want to get to a good starting point. Now another shot of max, this one, we just need to reset it because it's got that natural look on it. Reset, bloop, hi max. Cool, now this photo is taken in a completely different location. So let's add the max preset. And it still kind of works. We're lucky, it does actually work quite well. Now this one we might just need to adjust our gradient. Hi gradient, how are you doing? Let's just move this around, see what it's giving us the correct effect. More or less there should be fine, and I just want to bring up the shadows on it. But drop the exposure and raise the highlights a little bit. Like that should be fine, and we also just want to reselect our skin tones. Oh, there's skin tones. Nice. Remove that one, and on the skin tones we actually want to add some texture and stuff. This is just very roughly doing it because we just want to get a very specific thing from it, which is mostly just messing around because we're just creating something fun. Cool, there we go. go before after. Come on, Lightroom. See, it's as easy as pie. So it's very important to remember that yes, presets are awesome, but you also need to remember that a preset isn't just a one-click fix-it-all. You need to apply your preset or create your preset, apply it to a photo, but still check your photos when you're done applying your preset. Even the other presets I have, as an example, let's go down to some of my wedding presets. Hi, wedding presets. If I go to my wedding presets on this photo, yeah, it's not working for this photo because it needs a lot of adjustments to actually work perfectly for that. So it's a little bit different of every single type of photo. Even if I go to my beauty style shots presets, yeah, they do not work on this photo. So it's very important to remember that not all presets will work with all photos. You need to be very mindful of how you correctly adjust your presets when you're done shooting, because you need to be 100% correct that your presets affect your photos correctly. That's why I never buy presets, because presets don't give me the effect that I want, because my photos are shot in a very specific way and they're raw files and they do not work that well with many different presets, especially Fujifilm files. These were shot with Fujifilm. So I hope this helps you guys. Create your own presets, use your own presets to save you some time, and hopefully get something good out of it. But for the love of God, don't just slap a preset on something and hope for the best. Take some time, do it properly. Do things good. It is the only way to do things. Anyway, hope you guys had a good one. Hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will catch you guys real soon. If you have questions, leave them down below. Leave a like if you found this funny. Subscribe if you'd like. I don't know why you would, but I've got no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, catch you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.